This whole video is spoilers, just so you know, so if you haven't seen A Star is Born, don't watch this video. See it first and then come back here, okay? Okay. Really hope you'll forgive me for this one, because YouTube is where I come to blabber about things, and I feel away. So just the other day, a theater near here put A Star is Born back in. Not there. There's like a special edition in theaters this week with extra time. No, this was just the regular original theatrical release back in theaters. So I had won tickets to the movies. So my sister and I went to go see it. Before this, I have seen the Barbra Streisand one because I, as you know, love Barbra. I thought it's always made me laugh because she did a lot of movies that were very similar. I mean, A Star is Born is sort of a very similar movie to Funny Girl. And obviously this now is the fourth time A Star has been born. And there's actually a really great YouTube video here I watched just before shooting this video that kind of recaps all of the A Star is Borns and kind of talked about all of them. So I'll link that one in the description box because it was really well done. So if you hadn't seen the other ones, that video also kind of echoed thoughts that I already had, and it kind of made me feel valid enough in them to talk about this. A Star is Born is about a star being born. It's about a girl who's musically inclined, who falls in love with a rock star, and her career ascends as his career declines. Now, this version of A Star is Born, compared to what other ones in the past, gave the male character, in this case, Jackson Maine, much more substance than he had before. Which is cool, which is great. He had a family, a backstory, a ranch, history of mental health issues. He had quite the story to him, and I'm all for that. But we lost a lot of her story. And that really bugged me. Like, I felt by the end of the movie, I knew everything about him. I probably could have told you his blood type at that point. But I didn't know very much about her. I mean, we don't know what happened to her mom, if her mom's in the picture, if her mom's not in the picture, we don't know any of that, but we know everything about Jackson's parents. We know her dad's a driver, but, like, we don't know, does he own the company? Why are those guys always in her house? We don't even know her last name. We don't know why she lives with her dad. Like, there's so much about Allie that we don't know, whereas I feel like we know everything about Jackson. And I feel like that did a really big disservice to the performance that Lady Gaga gives, or could have given, because I mean, like, obviously she does a fantastic job, but she didn't really, from, like, a substance of a character, get a whole lot to chew on. And then another thing that bothers me is, we know that she starts the whole pop star thing, and she doesn't want to dye her hair, and she doesn't want dancers, but then she makes the decision to have dancers and to dye her hair. She kind of dyes it orange. We never really get to know how she feels about that. We know that Jackson thinks she's being fake and she's not being true to herself, but we don't really know how she feels. She sort of starts to defend herself a little bit when she's in the bathtub, but we don't really know what she thinks of it all. He tells her to get out there on that stage at SNL and say something worth saying, and then she does her song that's about bums. Is that what she wants to say, or is that not what she wants to say? I hate that we don't get to know, and it makes the no makeup and the hair dyed back to the natural color at the end of the movie feel like it's more about him than about her. And another thing that really bothered me is because the movie spends so much time focusing on him and his struggles and telling his story, which is fine, but I felt it hard to connect to her story and her success in her career. It was kind of like, oh, well, now there's a manager that likes her, and she's got a song, I guess, and she's nominated for a Grammy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like she really felt distant. Like, she really felt like a secondary character, unfortunately, because the whole story is mainly about him, which is unfortunate because we've seen Bradley Cooper in movies many times. And, you know, we've seen Lady Gaga on, like, American Horror Story Hotel, but I was looking forward to seeing her in this kind of role, and I just felt like it wasn't given to her the way it could have been, you know? Although I will say, something that I much preferred about this version was the way the award ceremony was done. Because rather than it being him being drunk and yelling about his accomplishments and belittling her pretty much, this one felt more genuine, like an accident, if you will. Like he really didn't mean to, because he didn't say or do anything mean in that particular moment. It was just he was really, really drunk on stage, you know? There was no misogyny to it, whereas in past versions of A Star is Born, apparently, I can see that making sense with the eras, unfortunately, but there were, like, in that drunken rage. And anyway, I'm just disappointed because I did not enjoy the movie as much as I thought I was going to, and I used my free movie tickets on it. Like, it was still a good movie, I still enjoyed it, but I will probably never watch it again, you know? Which is so sad, because I really wanted to like it, and I thought it was gonna be really good. What did you think of it? If you've seen it, make sure you let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and you subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye!